Hey, it's your girl BThirstyPretzel. Welcome back to another video. You know what to do. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe because I appreciate it and I appreciate you for being here. Also, if you get a second, don't forget to hit that notification bell so you know every time I post a new video. And go follow me over on Twitch because I stream. We have a great time over there. I'd love to have you come hang out. So this episode is a little bit different. Firstly, I want to start by saying this video is going up on the anniversary of my YouTube channel. So this is what this video is about. I am going to be sharing with you a trip down memory lane of some of my favorite moments, some of the moments that I look back on like what? And some of the moments that I just wanted to kind of share with you guys. So this video that's up on the screen right now is actually the first video I ever posted to my channel. It was a speed build video, a random pack for every room challenge. It's when everyone was using the room generator or pack generator that is on James Turner's website to basically generate a pack randomly, and then you had to use the stuff in that pack to build. So that's what this first video is going to be, and I'm just going to be doing a general reaction to the video. And I just wanted to also say thank you so much for being here with me. I've actually recently just hit 500 subscribers, which is mind-blowing to me. When I made this first video on the channel, had no expectation of anyone besides possibly my friends and family watching it. I never thought I would have 500 subscribers, so thank you honestly from the bottom of my heart. I have a great time making videos for you, and as you'll see, most of these video clips, or pretty much all of these video clips, are going to be from me doing The Sims. As you've seen recently, I've kind of branched out a little bit. Not only do I have this YouTube channel, I also have a Twitch channel where I stream anything and everything. It's not always The Sims, actually pretty much now exclusively it's not The Sims. And then on my YouTube channel now, I've started to branch out a little bit more. I've played Disney Dreamlight Valley, I've played horror games, so I want to kind of do more of that as we revisit my history. I wanted to kind of share with you my plans going forward for the channel. So long intro over. Like I said, I just wanted to say thank you so much for being here on this channel with me. Let's go see some of my previous shenanigans. So first video, like I said, was my random pack for every room challenge, and listen to my audio. I also, when I started off, had no face cam. I had no intention of ever doing a face cam. I did not plan to share my face. I have social anxiety, so public speaking, not my best thing, and you'll hear how scared and nervous I sound, and hopefully by now I'm more comfortable so I don't sound like that, but it's really actually funny to listen to. So let's hop into it.
Or add stairs.
I sound so like,
and then
like calm.
That's basically it. Then I decided that I wanted to change.
I've actually not built a sunken living room since I've done this sunken living room. I'm sure it's much easier to do now because we have platforms and things. But yeah, this was hard at the time for me to do. And actually, I don't do a lot of builds on this challenge anymore. When I first started, I did a lot of builds.
Which I wasn't sure it was connected to.
I did a lot of collaboration builds, not my own necessarily. And you'll probably see some clips of that if I found them later on in the video. But
big enough, and that I needed to be able to fit.
I did start my channel with builds, so there you go.
Do I really need to complicate it with a second floor? No, but I like to complicate my life.
That is on brand still. I like to complicate my life. I like chaos. I like the challenge of it. As those of you who follow me over on Twitch know, I have a chaos challenge now, just to make myself miserable. So that is still something I have 2 years later on this channel. So moving on to the living room, I got the bowling night pack for the living room or entryway. And I kind of love this living room. It's very retro. I like the style of it. However, pretty much never, I'd say like 99% of the time, do not use anything in the bowling pack. So the fact that I got to use it
which I didn't notice yet
in this. Okay, so the house is pretty much done now, and what I used to do when I did builds was give you like a tour, like a
our bowling stuff
camera view tour, which I was not that good at when in my first video. I kind of learned how to get better, how to use the camera better. But yeah, it's just a general tour of the house and the packs, Kind of love how this house turned out for my first ever YouTube video. It's not as cringy as I thought it was going to be. In general, I feel like I've grown a lot. I can see that. The editing, I can see the camera angles, how I'm speaking. I've definitely grown a lot. So I'm very proud of this video and also where I am now. So let's move on to the next video. Back in the day, I did used to do cast videos. So I think this one is day 2 of my cast video series for Halloween. And I did actually, I was very proud, complete all 31 days of my cast videos. And I did all different characters. I did some horror movie characters like Freddy Krueger. I did Captain America. I did Harlequin, 2 versions of her. Who else did I? Some original characters, not characters, but like people that I made. I did like a broken porcelain doll. I did a Day of the Dead character. So let's see who day 2 was.
Hey, it's your girl BThirstyPretzel. Welcome
Here we go with the intro
to day 2.
I've always said that.
31 days of Halloween cast series. Day 2, I decided to do somebody not spooky, kind of fun, and I decided to do the exercise Barbie doll.
So this actually is funny that I picked this particular character because the Barbie movie's coming out pretty soon. So it's funny, I did, I guess, come out with a exercise Barbie sim before the Barbie movie was even announced or thought of. So there we go. So this is what she ended up looking like. And if you didn't know, Barbie's first name is actually Barbara and her last name is Roberts. And this is what she looks like. And I gave her like the cheerful trait, the self-assured trait, because it seemed like a Barbie thing. And then I think I also gave her the ambitious. That makes sense. Considering how many jobs Barbie has, the ambitious trait kind of makes a lot of sense for her. Let me know in the comments if you think I should bring back my 31 days of Halloween cast series this October. I know we're kind of way in advance, but I can kind of start to get thinking about whether or not I want to do that. So let's hop into another video. And actually, I'm going to continue that. I did my 31 days of Halloween cast and it led into a collab, and that's actually something I hope to be doing again in the future on this channel with my Sims content, is doing more or participating in more cast challenges or collaborations, because I had a lot of fun with that. One of my favorite movies is the Clue movie. So I decided to recreate that house, which if you've ever played the game, the board game Clue, and I think in other countries they call it Cluedo. If you've ever played that game, you know that that house is like has secret passages and like it's a whole thing. So basically what I did was I modeled the house that I built for this collab off of the movie house, and the movie house had all of those passageways also. So what I did was I ended my 31 days of Halloween cast with all of the characters from the movie Clue. So Miss Scarlet, Professor Plum, Colonel Mustard, and the other characters who were in it, Wadsworth, who was the butler, and a lot of the other characters that kind of got...
Welcome to my Hell House collab. This collab was started by Hip Hip Renee, who got a bunch of simmers together and asked us all to make some of our favorite horror or scary movie locations. Now, if you've been watching my 31 days of Halloween cast series, you know that this week for the finale, I've been making Clue characters. And while the movie Clue is not necessarily a horror movie, a lot of people get murdered.
So basically, my past self explained it way better than my present self. So I should have just played this, but I kind of forgot how I started the video, but here you go, enjoy.
I did the Hell House collab, which is where this beautiful house came from. I decided to build the Clue mansion from the movie Clue. And also, for my 31 days of Halloween cast series, which I can't believe I managed to complete, I've been building or creating all the Sims from the movie Clue. So we have Mrs. Peacock, Mrs. White, Colonel Mustard, Professor Plum, Mr. Green, Miss Scarlet, obviously, were the main characters. But then I decided, as a little treat to celebrate Halloween in the right way, I was going to try to loosely recreate the movie Clue.
I did.
I added the extreme violence mod to the game.
There you go.
Which I've never done before. I've never played it. I don't know what's gonna happen. But I'm gonna have them kill each other, kind of how they did in the movie. And then I'm just gonna turn the autonomy on or off. I don't know. I'm gonna disable it so that they can.
Yeah. So basically, I turned autonomous killing on, and then saw who the last man or woman standing was. And I think I remember who won, but we'll see.
Oh my god.
Okay. Oh, I wish I had face cam at that point, because I'm sure that what I just did with my face was very similar to what I actually did, if not more so. So we killed Mr. Body first. He dies first in the movie. And then a lot of other people get killed. I'm actually going to skip a little bit ahead. Okay,
what
so
in the world? I was not expecting that.
I think I also had a lot of fun because it's based on the Clue movie.
Oh my God.
Based on the Clue game. I had a lot of fun saying Mr. Green killed Colonel Mustard in the hallway.
Plum,
or
Miss
Scarlet killed Professor Plum in the library. Like, I had a lot of fun doing that. So this series, actually, I had so much fun doing.
He's over here brushing his teeth.
I had a great time with this. He won. Seriously, but if you've seen the Clue movie, then you know that the movie, which was something that didn't happen a lot, had an alternate ending where a different person was the murderer. So they had 3 endings. So this video, Professor Plum won, but then I decided to do, and this is actually what they said in the movie. It says that's how it could have happened, and then it shows you what else could have happened. Welcome to the alternate ending. So that's what I did. Yeah, that was the ending. Colonel Mustard was the winner. Yeah, it was Colonel Mustard. Moved Miss Scarlet's urn outside. So I did have a lot of fun with this collab, and I think that it turned out really great. I'm really proud of it still. So this part wasn't actually part of the collab. It's just an idea that I had after I built the house. I was like, I should just build all of the, make all of the Sims from the movie and put them in this house. And it turned out being something that was really popular on my channel at the time. So yes, I'm very proud of and happy about that. Next, we're going to go to actually another original idea that I had for my channel. So I do a lot of Let's Plays, as you guys know, and I really appreciate you watching them. I have 100 Baby going, I have Not So Berry going, I have Rags to Alpha, which is a Rags to Riches challenge going, and then I have the Disney Princess challenge going. But one of my more original ideas that is not a Let's Play was actually a challenge called Great Simish Bake Off. You know that one of my other hobbies besides content creation is baking. I love to bake in real life. It's one of my favorite things to do. And so I decided to do something which I didn't even realize that there are other people that do this. And at the time, I had no idea. I thought it was just something that I came up with, but stupidly. But other people actually love to bake too. And they have done something very similar. Not so much where they challenge themselves to baking, but like they have Great British or Great Simish Bake Off with Sims in the game. So what my take on it was because I like to bake in real life, and my Sim self, which I have of course, likes to bake in The Sims, we were going to have a face-to-face, or basically a bake off. So she would build something randomly in The Sims, and whatever she baked, I had to then bake in real life and share on my baking channel, which is Be Sweetened by Brie. It's still up. I don't really post on it that much anymore, but basically I had 4 rounds where my Sim self would bake something, and then I would recreate it, share a recipe that I used or created on my baking channel, and you guys would vote in the comments on who won the challenge. So what I did with this, I think this is round 2. What I did with this is basically do like a mini machinima. So this is when the Cottage Living Pack came out, and everything in it looked very British. So I thought this is the perfect place to have my Simish Bake Off. So I kind of did a machinima, my version of a machinima, where I did it kind of like a reality show. So we show the Gnome's Arm, which is a bar. We showed the townspeople, and then we did interviews. So we did an interview with Agatha Crumplebottom. We did an interview with Sarah Scott, as if the TV people were talking to the residents about the Simish Bake Off. So Agatha said Agnes, her cousin, took over the show, which was true. And here is Mrs. Crumplebottom, who decided that she was going to be the host of the show, even though she was not invited. But, yeah, so we have round 2 of the Great Simish Bake Off. And she said we were just okay in the first round, which is not true. I did pretty well.
BThirstyPretzel.
Here I am.
Welcome back to Great Simish Bake Off. First, before I get started,
there's like 3 versions of myself on the screen right now. That's kind of freaking me out.
Decided to bake. I wanted to say a huge thank you to everyone for showing me so much love and support on this series. I wasn't sure how it was gonna go, but I appreciate everyone who watched both videos, who subbed to my baking channel. I appreciate you. So I wanted to say that first.
Yeah, so basically I set autonomous. I set her so that all her things were, like all her needs were green and good. And then I just waited until she baked something. So if she tried to cook something, I would cancel it. But if she baked something, I would just let it go, whatever it was. So autonomously, she decided
the shots that you saw in the machinima.
She wanted,
actually went. She's just gonna look at every.
She just kind of walked around for a while, and then eventually she decided that she wanted to make bread pudding.
Bread pudding,
which I had never made before.
Pudding. Okay.
In real life,
you could definitely do that. I don't think I've actually ever made bread
pudding. I had never made bread pudding, so I had to find and kind of tweak
this spinny move.
Bread
I'm telling you, is pudding not like
recipe. Which I did, and I did post it, and it's still up, the video for that, on my baking channel. I think in general, my real self beat my sim self all 4 rounds of my Great Simish Bake Off challenge. This is what her bread pudding looked like, and if I can remember, I will insert a picture here, maybe? Here. I'll insert a picture here or here of what my bread pudding looked like. Actually, it turned out pretty similar and tastes pretty good. So I've actually made it since then several times, and I will say the recipe turned out pretty good. So yeah, that was my first original series on this channel for Great Simish Bake Off. And let me know in the comments if you want me to bring that back. Even just an episode. Maybe I can do it for like a holiday episode. I can do it around Christmas time and do like a Great Simish Bake Off holiday edition. Let me know in the comments if that's something you'd like to see. So moving on to another video on my channel. The first Let's Play I ever did was my Rags to Witches LP. If you've been on the channel this long, please let me know in the comments. Rags to Witches is something that I did as kind of a, I love a pun. If you know me, I love a pun. It's kind of something that I did as a play on words to Rags to Riches, which is probably one of my favorite challenges ever in The Sims. I love having a sim that starts with literally nothing and is terrible. It's like, it has a terrible kind of start in life and move them to have a big house and a family and money and all that stuff. I love doing that. I actually have one going currently. That's my Rags to Alpha Let's Play with werewolves, which is probably linked somewhere. The playlist for that is I think that is almost done. Maybe. We'll see. I don't know. But first one I ever did, first Rags to Riches challenge I ever did was Rags to Witches, and it was after the Realm of Magic pack came out. Basically, I created her, and then I dropped her off on a random lot. She's actually up on the gallery, I'm pretty sure. She's in mid-nowhere. Which actually made a lot of sense. She had no money whatsoever. She didn't have a house. This is when I still was using the Slice of Life mod. I love Slice of Life mod. It's not in my game anymore, unfortunately. But yeah, she was trying to make money. And I think actually this part was really funny because they tried to bring me one of the dreaded fruitcakes. And I think they stole it from me, if I'm not mistaken. And I got pretty mad about it. I'm pretty sure that's what's about to happen. But let's see.
Welcome to my lovely lot, which has nothing on it.
I didn't have a house, just an empty lot.
But yeah, ooh, you got fruitcake? Better give me that fruitcake. Yeah, you, Sergio, give me the fruitcake. You other 2 people, stop talking to me. Yeah, hi, coffee, latte, give me the fruitcake. You.
I don't think they gave me the fruitcake. I think they took it. Because I didn't have anywhere for them to put it.
Yeah, you.
And I think they took it.
Fruitcake. Stop talking.
I'm pretty sure that's what happened.
I'm not hungry right now, but I will be hungry. And most of the time the fruitcake you give is disgusting. But I'll take it. I'm gonna keep talking to you because I want you to hand me the
I
fruitcake.
kept saying invite them inside.
Nowhere for you to put it down.
But there was nowhere to invite them inside. Like, she didn't have any walls. She had $0.
It's normal quality. Ooh. Welcome to the neighborhood. Who's that old man? He's not over here. Ooh, fruitcake. Fruitcake.
I was a little obsessed with the fruitcake. I'm not gonna lie.
Thanks for coming. Give me the fruitcake.
No. I don't think I got the fruitcake.
Banana bread? Is it banana bread?
If it was banana bread,
I will take it from you by force.
Seriously, are you gonna give me just said the same exact thing in the video that I said that I just said in real life, which is if it's banana bread, and my past self said if it's banana bread, because I do love a banana bread. I'm a little banana breaded out, and if you were in quarantine and one of those people who is making banana bread, you'll understand. Yeah, if it was banana bread, I would have eaten it.
Oh, where's the fruitcake?
Yep.
Bro. Enthused about outdoors. Oh, you left with no fruitcake. Oh.
Yeah, so that series didn't go as planned. Actually, that series is probably, I had so much fun doing it. She did eventually become a witch, but that series had a lot of ups and downs. It actually was one of the first times, and thankfully, knock on wood, one of the only times where I completely lost the save that this Let's Play was in. It was later on, after a lot of progress had been made. The save just got completely corrupted and lost, and I had to remake my sim. I had to remake Cheyenne. I had to remake her husband, remake the house, remake her business, the potion business she eventually had, and like rebuild the coven that she had with other witches that I had in the game, and replay a lot of her story to rebuild the whole save so I could finish the Let's Play. And it was heartbreaking. It took me such a long time to fix. But yeah, later on, I did actually get everything fixed, and Cheyenne's story continued, which this video, that's her husband. So I created another series called Cottage to the Core, which was a Rags to Riches challenge for the Cottage Living Pack. And like I said, I followed the archetype of that Let's Play, the Rags to Witches one, to my Cottage to the Core Let's Play, and all my Rags to Riches challenges afterwards. So in Cottage to the Core, first she had to complete the cottage living aspiration, so have a successful farm and do all of those things, and then she had to complete the Rags to Riches aspiration, which was the Mansion Baron one. So this is the beginning, actually episode 2 of my Cottage to the Core Let's Play, called Oops, Are You Dead? That was the name of the episode. And it was because, if I'm remembering correctly, she was a teenager, an orphan, I'm pretty sure was her backstory. Her parents had passed away, and she inherited some land from her grandma, who lived in the cottage living world that we got, Henford on Bagley. That was the backstory, basically. So first she had to be a successful farmer, and actually I put her on a lot that I had made like really dirty and grubby. I put a bunch of garbage on it, and I used any money that she got in that challenge to kind of remove the garbage. Like, so if she got $130, I would look in build mode, and if the grass cost $5, I would deduct that from her total and remove it, kind of like that. So I did that the whole series, and eventually she moved on to a bigger lot and built another farm that I completely remade. I rehabilitated, like I had built a barn that was completely trashed, and we've had her fix it. That was kind of an additional part of the Rags to Riches challenge, so it was really fun. In this episode, I think it's called Oops, Are You Dead? Because this happened. Nope. Okay, go here, please. Freezing to death. No. Come out. Yeah. Come out, please. This happens a lot in my Let's Plays. I handle it a lot better now because I'm used to the... Why did I do that? I'm used to it. Okay. I'm used to the chaos of it now, but at the time when this came out, I was like, oh my god, I almost killed my sim. Then I would have to start the challenge all over again. It would have been a mess. You're okay. So she almost died. Okay, we're okay. We're okay. Please don't die. Yeah. Okay. Please don't die. Girl, I'm sorry. Chat about cats. Yeah, so that happened. Okay, so as you can see, this is later on. She actually has a house that she built with her rags money, her rags to riches money. She has a haircut. She's a young adult. She looks very cottage core. Love it. This guy here is Oscar, and Oscar is from another Let's Play. He's from my Dumpster Dive to Survive Let's Play, which we'll be looking at next. I probably should have looked at that first, but it is what it is. Oscar is the child of my sim from my Dumpster Dive to Survive Let's Play, which came out when the Eco Living Pack came out. So basically, he just got engaged to her on her birthday at her house party, and this is what happens. Get it? It's a very sweet moment.
Girl, why you hit me with your bag? Why did she hit me with her bag?
So
Switch. We just got engaged, Agnes.
this episode I called Crumple Bottomed on her birthday because Agnes saw her kiss Oscar when they got engaged after he proposed, came over and hit her with her bag. She crumple bottomed her. So that's kind of what happened with this Let's Play. She did eventually, like I said, build her dream farm, live there with Oscar and their kids and his siblings. And yeah, so speaking of Oscar, let me show you the Let's Play that he's from. The Dumpster Dive to Survive wedding. So they actually went to Mount Komorebi for their wedding. They rented a house. They had enough money to do that. And her and Oliver spent their pre-wedding naked in this rental house, and then they had their wedding. Her dress was doing this weird thing in the back that I didn't understand, but I got some cute wedding photos. And actually at the end of the Dumpster Dive to Survive Let's Play, I had them renew their vows once they were all like once the series was completely done, before I moved on and moved Oscar, who was a young adult or teenager rather, into the Cottage to the Core Let's Play. I had them renew their vows at the end. So there was that. That was my Dumpster Dive to Survive Let's Play. I want to show you another collab that I did that I'm very proud of. Last collab that I was a part of was the Build Wars Rainbow Challenge, which is one of the most involved collabs that I did. It was for several weeks worth of collabs. So basically what happened was there was a story where each simmer who was involved in the challenge, it wasn't so much it was a collab, but it was also like a competition. So each week we had to create a house with a different theme that was given to us and a different color. So at the end of the challenge, we had to build a lot, which was it was a shell challenge. The creator of the challenge created the lot with the shells, and we had to do every color of the rainbow in each of the houses. So in the loading for this, I'm pretty sure that I showed what the houses from that challenge look like. And the reason I'm showing this is because now that this challenge is done, I actually have been using the houses. I've only used 2 so far. I've been using the houses in my Not So Very challenge. Here are what the houses look like. And the last one was called Band of Colors. So we had the red house, which was in it was called the Rose Red Cottage, and it was in my red gen for the Not So Very challenge. And then we have the Sunflower Country House, that's what I called it. And it was my yellow house for the yellow gen. And then we had the Blue Sea Haven, which was my blue house, which I'm eventually going to use for my blue gen. And then we have the Victorian Emerald House, which I plan to use for the green gen. And my Fire Opal Abode, which is probably one of my favorite ones that I built in that challenge. I'm going to use for my orange gen. And then we have the Violet Treehouse, which was a tree house that I was very proud of. And I plan to use this for my purple gen when I get there. So the last house that we had to build for the challenge, like I said, was a lot. It was kind of like a camp lot almost. And there were 6 houses that you had to do for the colors of the rainbow. So each of these ended up being a different color. And then I built like a moat thing when I'm not good at landscaping. It's something you'll learn about me. I'm not great at landscaping. I try, but this little bridge is probably the most. Actually, this landscaping turned out pretty cute. I did it very rainbowy, which, is great. And I don't remember when this video came out. I don't think it was during Pride Month, but it would have been cool to use this as like a Pride Month house or Pride Month lot. But I did do rainbow colors for all of the houses. So speaking of Let's Plays, another Let's Play that I have done and I'm still doing on my channel is a 100 Baby Challenge. And I'm up to episode 138 now. And this is episode 6. I'm on a whole second gen of matriarch for this challenge. So yeah, so for my 100 Baby Challenge, the clip that I picked is when she literally only had her first set of kids. So it was Abram and Brayden. They were because for my 100 Baby Challenge, I decided to make it easy on myself and name them alphabetically. I know some people do, like, they number them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and, to keep track. I did the alphabet. So we have our A baby, our B baby, our C baby, our D baby, our E and F babies. Those are the only kids she had. So we were on our first 7 kids, basically, at this moment. And our second oldest...
Do that one. Because that'll get you away from the crib, which is fine.
Decided that he wanted to have a dance party.
Still, look at, I don't think I've ever seen the kids dance before. Oh my god, he is getting it. Go
Look
Abram.
at him. Abram. Go Abram. Go Abram. Go
Oh
Abram.
my god, he's so cute.
This clip made me laugh so many times.
I love that.
So many times it made me laugh. So my original house and my original 100 Baby, which was my second Let's Play I ever started on this channel. So the Rags to Witches was the first one. And while I was doing that one, I started the 100 Baby Challenge. Besides the 100 Baby Challenge, another challenge that I have going is my Rags to Alpha Challenge. And my Rags to Alpha Challenge is one that I have going currently. And it has to do with the werewolves. So basically it's rags to riches, but we have to first become the alpha of our pack with a sim that I created. And then we have to focus on the richest part. So rags to alpha. And like I said, this challenge is currently still going on my channel. She is married to Lou, spoiler alert, from the werewolf pack. And she has some kids. So if you want to see that challenge, you can check that out. That comes out on Wednesdays. I call it Werewolf Wednesdays on Twitter. So new episodes are out every Wednesday for that Let's Play. And this episode, this clip that I wanted to show you is from episode 13. And it's called What Have I Done? And it's because this happens.
See how he feels about it. Oh, he's a cult too, isn't he? I feel like he should have some kind of sympathy. Oh, you're being real judgmental, sir. You know, I feel like we should bite him. I feel like he's being a little too judgmental, and I feel like he needs to walk in our shoes. And I feel like
this is how I get myself into trouble. This is why the chaos that I have on my channel is because of me.
This is bad. This is so bad. Oh my gosh. Why do I do these things?
I don't know.
Why do I make these choices?
I still do these things.
I can't. We have to. I'm very chaotic as a person.
Yep,
I'm trying to get like a good picture.
It's still true. I am.
That's good.
Very chaotic as a person.
Oh boy. Oh my gosh, he's gonna be so mad at us. Listen, you should have had some more sympathy. I think we got our present first.
Yeah, so that happened, and stuff like that happens a lot in my Rags to Alpha Let's Play. Moving on to my next Let's Play. The next one I'm going to show you is from my Disney Princess Challenge, which is also ongoing. And basically my Disney Princess Challenge, which I have a lot of fun with. If you know me, you know I love Disney. I'm a Disney nerd, very much so. So I have a lot of fun with the Disney Princess Challenge. Even though I know a lot of people are not really doing that challenge anymore, I am determined to finish it. And I'm currently on the Alice generation, which is one of the... So there's, I think, like 8 or 10 original generations for that challenge. If you look on the website that has the challenge rules on it. And The first one is Snow White, and there's a whole story you have to do with that. The second one is Cinderella. There's a whole story you have to do with that. And then there's some like in between generations that are optional that you can do, but you don't have to. Obviously, because I'm a Disney nerd, I wanted to do all of them. So I'm on generation 2.5, which is Alice in Wonderland, and she is the daughter of Cinderella, who is the daughter of Snow White. And actually, I did something a little bit different in my Disney Princess Challenge. Was I did a bit of a prologue. So I showed, or prequel maybe is what you would call it. So I showed how Snow White and her challenge started. So she had parents who were killed by the evil queen, who then became her guardian, and then there was a whole story about Snow moving out and this whole thing. So I showed all of that. And then I did a thing where, because I had to figure out in my mind, they don't say to really do any of this, but in my mind, I had to make the story make sense. So I had to figure out why Ella would have an evil stepmother and evil stepsisters if she grew up and lived with her mother, Snow White, who Snow White has the 7 dwarves, and Ella, or Cinderella, was one of the 7 dwarves. So I'm like, how did she get an evil stepmother if she has a father who is with her mother? So I kind of created this whole storyline, and it's in the episode of Disney Princess Challenge called Snow's Heartbreak. You find out basically how Ella will get a stepmother.
I think that's a good idea.
So I created kind of a mini machinima in the middle of the episode, where he tells her basically that his father, the king, who did not like Snow because he didn't realize that Snow was a princess, because her parents are dead and she ran away from home. She just lived in the woods. So because the evil queen took over her parents' house after she murdered them. So basically, Florian's father not hooked up in like a romantic sense, but partnered with the evil queen, put Florian under a spell and had him marry evil stepmother, Lady Tremaine from Cinderella. So then what's gonna happen in the Disney Princess Challenge is that Ella, who is the youngest of the 7 dwarves, is doing everyone's laundry. She's doing everyone's housework. She gets into a fight with her mom, runs away to live with her dad. And her dad gets killed by the evil stepmother, Lady Tremaine. And Ella becomes the Cinderella we know from the Disney Princess, or from the Disney story. She becomes basically their maid. She lives in the basement and all that stuff. I have another episode of the Not So Berry Challenge called What the Bleep, and it's episode 27. This is in the Rose Gen, with our Rosalind, or Roz as I called her. She was in university, and her part of the challenge actually came when the university pack came out, Discover University. So I got to play through a lot of that with her. She was on the debate team because eventually she's going to be a president. This guy was someone that she ended up having a lot of beef with, having a lot of issues with, but it was kind of like a flirty type of thing. I'm not going to ruin it too much in case you want to watch that Let's Play. You'll see what happens with him. She had a boyfriend. What's his name? Hold on.
Yeah, you should decide on yourself.
Omar. That was his name. So what happened? What happened was, and actually, if you know the Not So Berry Challenge, it's a challenge created by Little Simsy and another simmer, and I think it's still up on some forum or website, the challenge rules. But basically, your brother will call and say, I found a ring in his girlfriend's bag. I think she's going to propose to me. What should I do? It's never, I found a ring in your bag. I think you're going to propose to me. What should I do? So I answered the question, not realizing, and then all of a sudden they were engaged, which I did not want. She is supposed to have a broken engagement. That's part of the Not So Berry Challenge, but it was not supposed to happen yet. So she got very quickly engaged to Omar. Then I had to break them up, which he was not happy about. So she broke up with Omar. As you can see, he's not happy. He's crying. It's crazy. And he got really mad at her. And she was very upset by the whole thing. So she goes to go to one of her friend's house, and her friends are all aliens because her mom, Menta, who's a scientist, got abducted by aliens a lot. So she was very friendly with aliens, and one of the aliens she was friendly with, and as you can see down here, she has a little romance with, was Davon. And what happened, I was not expecting with Davon. Basically, I told her to cry about her breakup. He was consoling her. Then all of a sudden, they kind of started to flirt. Enough so that his sister got uncomfortable, so she left the conversation, and now he's confident. They kept flirting. I was not pressing anything. I initially started them off, but then as you can see, she is now going upstairs. So look, I just had them
What was
interacting. I was not clicking anything.
Wait, what did I press?
I didn't press anything.
Oh, the pirate thing messed me up.
What happened was it was Talk Like a Pirate Day. And what I pressed something, I think it was like Shiver Me Timbers or something like that, not realizing that it meant for them to woohoo. So then they went upstairs and they woohooed.
Because I pressed on him. What house is this? I pressed on him and I put the pirate one. This one, it doesn't even say anything.
That's what
happened. How could that be woohoo? She's about to woohoo.
I thought Ask to Rock Boat was like woohoo. I mean, this is something else.
Wait, no. This could work. Okay, hear me out. This could work because I do need her to get pregnant for the challenge, but this was not intentional. Oh.
So, as you can see, I had to censor myself because that was not intentional at all. It was completely an accident. But one thing I will say for myself, and something I really enjoy, is when something happens in the game that I have not planned anywhere in my brain, I try to make it work with the story. I don't start over. I don't go back. I don't edit it out. I just try to make it work. So in this case, it was not intentional that she'd have a rebound hookup with one of her best friends and get pregnant from it. Which is exactly what just happened, caused by Pirate Day. So Pirate Day is evil, if you don't already know. But basically, I try to make things work that happen in the game. And this happened randomly, and I made it work for the story. And it actually ended up working out great and made this part of the challenge really funny. So yeah, I think on that note, I'm going to end. I didn't have any more clips for you to show. I have tons of videos. I think I actually have at this point over 200 videos on my channel. They're all pretty well categorized. They're all in different playlists. So I have a build playlist, I have a cast playlist, I have the let's plays in different playlists. So if you ever want to binge watch them, you can watch them. I come out with new videos every week. I try to keep it pretty well scheduled, and I stream on Twitch, so there's a lot going on. You'll never be without content from me. But like I said, this was just a trip down memory lane. Thank you so much for being here, for watching my shenanigans and the chaos, and always leaving me helpful comments and being supportive. I really appreciate it. And I just want to say again that I love making content. I will continue to make content. It might not always be Sims. I'm adding other stuff, so if you're not completely into Sims anymore, I understand. I play lots of other games and will always have content that hopefully you will enjoy. But thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time. Bye, pretzels.